All right, boys.
Oh,
Heyo.
Okay.
There we go.
Notice anything different about Danny?
Um, hmm. You're not wearing the normal headset.
oh,
Did you get a new microphone?
or am yeah. I'm still wearing the same headset,
Then no, I don't. I don't know.
but now my voice comes in much more crisp.
Nice.
I don't know
We're
if
experimenting. We're experimenting with
Yeah,
audio.
am I
experimenting. There we go.
swallowing this thing.
I think
You're,
these dis-
you're you're way too close. Am I? Yes. You.
Am I?
I think these discreet studio quality, quote unquote, microphones, you can really get up on them. Really get up
It's
on
like
those things.
we should start doing a whole episode of MPZ ASMR. Like, hey guys, do that thing where they like tap your nails and
This and
Hey
that.
guys,
This and that.
I'm gonna try.
that.
Wait.
That makes me
Also,
thirsty.
the listenership goes up by like 3,000%. Oh, just
oh,
want
man.
guys. I'm gonna eat some pop rocks real fast. Oh, huge
Yeah,
fans.
we don't even worry about sketches or anything. We talk about getting to them, and it's just they show up for like the first 10 minutes of ASMR.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we lost big drop off after we stopped tapping the microphone with our fingers. Yeah,
All right.
paper.
I'm not sure if this is a pre-show or a pitch, but I
Uh-huh.
did want to share. So there's one of these. My wife has this program she likes watching at the end of the night, kind of her like tune out. I can check my phone, I can read while it's on, and it's no big deal. It's called Royal Pains. Not sure if people have seen Royal Pains, but her take on it is every episode somebody just falls over. What? What do you mean? Well, there's every episode somebody faints or gets sick, and there's a doctor that runs it. Like every episode somebody falls over, and maybe I get up and go to the bathroom and come back. She says, you missed it. Somebody fell over.
Oh man,
What? how is that the like? What? Who on the team is like this? Really hooks the crowd when somebody falls over.
right? They did like, what's the focus group? So like 95-year-old people.
That happens to me sometimes.
What if they fall? You know? Oh god.
Is that like a studio or network requirement? Like we got to have at least one fall each
Yeah.
episode. It's up to you guys where you put it, but it's got to be in there.
Well, then she said for the season finale, 4 people fell over.
Imagine the writer's room. It's like, all right, guys, we can't use stairs again. No more ladders. Well, what if it's like a stoop? I mean, it's close. It's stairs. I'll talk to the network. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, new guy? Like they trip over the hose? Oh,
Oh,
we did. That was season 1.
Come on, my
new guy.
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you just suggest banana peel or something?
you're right. Everyone's like, wait a minute.
We haven't done banana peel?
How could we have not done that? That's funny. It's funny because I read somewhere about someone who got network notes. This is like a British writer, and they were saying that the notes. He's like, we gotta dumb it down. It's not second screen enough. And it's like, what does that mean? It's like someone's on their phone and watching the TV, and if the TV has too much, if it's too involved, they can't look at their phone. So you got to make it even. So I'm wondering if it's like people fall down is pretty easy to get as you're checking your phone. Like, you know.
Somebody fell down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, go. God, I almost missed that. But that's what a sad state of things.
Well, it's
some of the
hilarious
other-
because when I was mentioning it, I was like, my wife wanted something that she could just have on while she was checking her, at the end of the night. And networks have picked up on that.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Wow.
It's barely entertainment. It's just like you do a show about someone checking their email. You're just watching that, like, whoa, that looks like an attachment. Hmm.
We need white noise entertainment.
It's like they start taking the networks off at midnight, like they used to. It's like
With
they
the
play the
American
national.
flag.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I like this. Just
Oh.
nothing. Just nothingness for a change. Ah, that is nice.
With a commercial in between.
Ah,
When I was a kid, I remember seeing, because you get the TV guide in the Sunday paper, and it's like, oh, what's on, what's this thing at 11:30 called Sign Off? I've never And I like stayed up to watch, one weekend. And I'm like fifth or sixth grade or something. Like, I just gotta see what this program is. A couple other networks show Sign Off as well.
Interesting.
And it's quickly,
that would be really funny. It's like, welcome to Sign Off, the talk show. Oh, God damn it. Everyone click.
Yeah.
But it starts the same way with a flag or like the Native American and the thing. Welcome to Sign Off. Oh, whoa. I didn't see that. The talk show. If you're up this year, you're up too late this episode.
Like, the test pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have the test pattern so people can adjust their sets.
I guess that was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
In the past.
Rabbit ears and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess we missed. I have faint memories of having to get the television repaired.
Right.
The last of that
cathode ray tubes replaced. Oh, your cathode rays are burned out. Oh, but the game's this weekend. Like, well, see what I know a guy.
Yeah, okay. Perhaps you can get a Betamax machine to tape the game. Betamax.
Oh, wait a minute. What's this all about? It's a video recording format. Oh, whoa, slow down. Recording? Yes, like a cassette tape for your TV. Huh.
Guess who's back? Back again. It's the Maximum Party Zone. Telling a friend is purely optional.
You ever had those people, like, I think everyone probably knew somebody growing up whose family was like early adopters and they always got the wrong thing like that. It's like, Betamax, it's like Laserdisc suckers. Like, yeah,
we got all of them.
Yeah. Who wants to watch, whatever.
Yeah. On our projection home theater.
Yeah. Don't stand in front of the light. Move. You get but just always like, check out this new phone. The huge break. If you wait 6 months, you'll be fine.
Damn it.
Yes. I knew that family. Oh, we also knew that family. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We got an enormous satellite dish in their yard or backyard. Like, wow, like NASA sized thing. It's like, we can watch game shows in Brazil. Cool, man. This is awesome.
All right.
Mom can make cookies in the microwave. What?
How long before those huge satellite dishes were obsolete? Like, I remember there was one in my neighborhood back when I was in high school, and I remember it was being enormous. But like, is it still there? Like, can they not move it? Is it too big? Like, what do they use it for now?
That's a great question.
One of those making a giant peel off. Have you guys seen those videos of people making giant portions? No.
Go on.
Well, they were coming across my social media transom for a while, and it's like the world's largest rice peel-off, and straight from Uzbekistan.
I just get girls in bikinis, Bill. That's all I get.
And it's just this huge, massive satellite dish, tipped over on its back like a bowl, like a giant wok, and they're just like, 400 pounds of carrots, 300 pounds of raisins. And like,
are you trying to break a record? No. Well, what are you doing? What is this thing?
It's Tuesday.
It's nobody.
Okay.
We always make giant rice pilaf. Okay.
Rice pilaf, huh? That's very
And once
fancy.
you watch one giant rice pilaf video, now you're just... Perhaps you'd like to watch the world's largest paella.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Slowly
Fell
but
for
surely.
this once, but
Yeah.
World's largest menudo. Ooh, Jesus, that's so.
gross.
Oh my God, there's so many guts.
Disgusting.
Yeah. The stomachs of 200 cows. Wow.
That'd be a great cooking show, like world's worst, world's most disgusting, in huge amounts. And then someone has to if someone eats it, they get a certain amount of money. It's like, you got 5 million? What? Pesos? Oh, what's that? Like $300? That's nothing. I ate the whole. I ate so much food.
Yeah.
You gotta finish it.
Ugh, so many guts.
So
Use this,
many-
use this loaf of bread to soak it up. A bread so filling, though. Like, well,
That's how they get you. Never eat the bread.
like it's loads of bread baskets before the contest. No way he's gonna finich this. I don't know, guys.
Wash it down with this Pangria. Don't you mean sangria? No, it's pancreas sangria.
Oh,
Yeah.
how much? How much are you trying to save this money? How much money is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Pangria. Well, it's chopped up fruit and wine over ice and pancreas. Come on.
Whoa! Half your like, what?
These chunks in the straw. I can't.
Yeah, that's why the straw is so wide. It's like a toilet paper sized straw. Gross. That's so much. I can't. There's not enough air to. I can't swallow.
It's like those little boba tea balls, the tapioca balls at the bottom of the. It's just pure pancreas.
Yeah, pure pancreas. That's where all the protein is it? I don't know.
Is it cooked? No, you don't want to remove the nutrients. Like,
It's like broccoli. Don't worry, you don't want to steam that broccoli. You just steam the pancreas a little. Oh, this way it's so wet. Man, I got.
This is
Like
refreshing, isn't it?
it's stuck in my teeth.
It's like the Running Man, but with food. It's like the future dystopia of like, here we're gonna make them eat this crap just to stay alive. Like, you go back to jail or you could do this contest. Oh man,
Yeah, the Hunger Games. You get all the food you want, but we pick what it is. No.
I already signed the contract.
No.
Yeah. If you don't eat this, we'll make your family eat it. Huh? It's like,
That's horrible.
Not particularly close to them.
How would my extended family or immediate?
We had a falling out.
I'm estranged. Let them have at it. So
you
much
actually
pilaf.
stepped on something, Danny, before we get this thing rolling. When you said something was caught in your teeth, a classic MPZ bit of somebody who's just having a conversation. Yeah, okay. And then suddenly they're like, yum. It's like, what? Why did you, what's going on? Hey, you ever get like food caught in your mouth and then it like in your teeth and then like the next day it comes loose and it's all gross? Like, yeah. Well, I had chocolate cake last night.
Oh boy.
These people just randomly saying, "Oh wow, yum!" What?
What happened? Fajitas. Come on, man. That's so gross. That's gross, man. That's a lot. That's nasty.
Ceviche.
Here comes dessert. It's like a whole full meal. What are you doing?
When I eat my food for dinner, I only chew the entree on one side of the mouth and dessert on the other side of the mouth. So hopefully the next day they'll release in sequence.
A little sweet and savory, if you know what I mean.
Why are you planning for food to come out in your teeth?
Anyway, I need to see a dentist badly.
All that to say.
Oh, you can't floss. There's no floss.
What's the point? So how are you enjoying our first date?
Yeah.
This is
And in summation, Your Honor, if we
yeah, that's why my client deserves to be like, what?
yeah,
Oh.
deserves to. Counsel, you okay? Never been better.
I'm going to hold you in contempt unless I hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that cannoli just worked its way free from my dentures.
Proceed as you were. You were saying. Oh, well, speaking of animals, we have to give ourselves a pat on the back for
That's right.
an animal adjacent comment. Which
Now, are we retiring apologies, or are we just?
I think we'll need to apologize. Well, surely we'll apologize at some point. You know, we may not mean it's like a sort of like half heartfelt apology. Sorry, no, I was right.
Yeah,
Not worried about it.
right. A pat on the back.
Yeah,
Sure, yes.
we in episode 5, we went through a run of just farm animals as undercover cops. I think it was from
Mhm.
This and That, where it was Charlotte's Web, combining that movie with 21 Jump Street.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were doing farm animals as undercover cops, and not once did we ever even use a pig as a cop.
All right.
So I am patting all of us on our
Let's do
backs.
it.
Way to go,
We're-
us.
That's right.
I think I did mess up though. I think the horse's name was Boxer and not Old Major.
Mm.
But
Weren't
we get
there
it.
two
Y'all knew
of
what I
them?
was referring to.
Is
know
that
you-
an
who did you-
apology?
Oh, it's back. Oh, apologies are back.
Ah.
Here we go.
But
So close.
for bringing it up,
I'm gonna get a pat on the middle of the back.
What was Major one of the pigs?
I think Old Major may have been like one of the pigs that died like right at the beginning and kind of set the whole thing into motion.
Mhm.
I think. Can you make glue out of pigs?
I don't know.
Why would you want to when you make bacon?
Heyo.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's that. I had a few have you seens.
Mhm.
Sure.
If you can cue up the music.
Hold for bumper.
Well, have you?
All right.
Okay. All right. Great. Now this is I'm going to start off with in the wrap. This one Hollywood focused website. There was an article about The Rock and how his delays have cost a lot of money issues with a
His
certain
de-
project.
His delays?
His tardiness to set. My
Oh, okay.
apologies.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is
Yes.
not showing up at his times.
Yes, like hours and hours late.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because he's been around a fairly long time now, so it's kind of a surprise, like why
Mhm.
only now is this coming out? And and there was other details to this story that I heard other people talking about it, and I was trying to be a journalist. I did graduate from the College of Journalism,
All right.
completely unrelated to anything in journalism, but I was checking out other news sources, mostly Hollywood news sources, and no one has like this story at all. Like no one's corroborating with it, like saying he was late. And like one of the more disgusting, and I'm gonna say it, like allegedly. I have not seen anyone else confirm this, and this feels like something that, like, if it happened, like, you would have more people saying something. But of him drinking so much water that he has to pee, he drinks, I don't know, multiple gallons or something of water. Which, I mean, kudos, that's great.
That's good for your system.
I'm jealous of you. It's wonderful. But yes, however, you have to pee, and sometimes they're trying to get through stuff because there's not a lot of time, and to save time, instead of going to the bathroom, allegedly he pees into like a bottle and gives it to a PA to dispose of, which is like
PA.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Where's my piss assistant? Where's my piss assistant?
Right here, Mr. Rock.
Not what
Right. Can you smell what the Rock is pissing into this bottle?
asparagus, sir.
I had asparagus last night.
Clearly,
Sorry, everybody.
it's good for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
There we go.
that detail.
Back
is
to
not
one. Back to one.
confirmed.
Back to
Back
number
to
one.
one.
Back
Back to number one. One. I mean, how much time are you saving by doing that? That's what I wanted. That's the. I feel like, here's my theory,
Mhm.
for what it's worth, and it's worth very little, I would imagine, is that
Mhm.
because he was able to pivot during the strike into wrestling and continue to be out there in the forefront, in the spotlight, this is someone trying to sort of like chop down the tree that is The Rock, because they're like, oh man, he didn't do anything wrong, but people may be jealous of some of his exploits.
So you're saying that because of the rest of the actors stood on the sidelines during the strike and sat it out as you would, he was able to, like, oh, yeah, I am SAG, but I'm also
Mhm.
RAG.
Mhm.
wrestling actors
It's like,
skill.
isn't it W?
WRAG.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was like,
Oh.
W is silent.
The
Just like it's in yeah. The acronym is very hard to WRAG. Huh?
we didn't think it through.
Oh, okay. What do you expect from us? Come on, guys. That's
It,
so I think
it definitely, yeah, it definitely like it kind of reeks a little bit of like a strange hit job. Like I saw some rumor of because The Rock didn't pointedly said he's not like he endorsed a president last time around, and he's not going to endorse. It was President Biden, and he says he's not going to endorse him this time around, and not going to endorse anyone. Some people say, "Oh, it's a political hit job because he's not going to endorse." Like, I don't know. It's just strange. Everything about this story is strange, and I feel like it would have blown up huge, and it really is like, yeah, more and more it feels like maybe this.
People like him. They like the guy.
Yeah, what I think he is very likable. I think he's maybe he's angling for a political career, and also, I from what I understand, he travels with 40,000 pounds of weights everywhere he goes, and sets up. So he has his own workout thing. That doesn't sound like a guy who's running late. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think he's kind of got it together. I'd like to be that assistant. Oh, actually, could you move it over a little to the left? It's 40,000 pounds of. It's like
they're all just incredibly built.
Yeah, they're like, no problem. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's the idea of like, we'll let people that we like get away with anything. You know, oh, I'll take your piss bottle, sir. Can I hold it while you pee? Come on, get out of here. That's gross. But now that I'm done with it, please get with it.
I want to feel it get warm in my hands as it pulls up.
Ooh. And that's what I want in an assistant. Jeez, what's that? What does that even mean? Into it.
Yeah. I had two more story just quickly because that this is taking up too much time now. A quick one going back to the barbecue and Haiti. Another story. There was an interview where a guy from CNN, David Culver, he travels into gang territory in Haiti to speak exclusively with a Haitian gang leader who's on FBI's 10 most wanted list. His name is not Barbecue, but his name is Vitelom Innocent. His last name is Innocent. So it's just like, I mean...
I can't compete with this.
Yeah. What do I do?
I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
Gang leader of what? I help people.
Gang leader of caring too much? Yeah. Guess.
No. If he does get caught and sworn in, and the judge is like, Mr. Innocent, well, I'm gone. The judge said I'm innocent.
It's a loophole. He got let him go. How do you plead, Mr. Innocent? What'd you say? Innocent.
But guilty is my middle name.
Oh, mine's Terrence. Would you shut the hell up?
Yeah.
My lawyer. That's interesting. So I wonder how you like kind of who's making those calls, from the CNN. Hi, this is Dave from the CNN. We would love to have
They talked about it. There was mediators, the video, it shows him showing up like shaking hands, like some people's faces are obscured, and he's wearing like a weird Hawaiian-y type shirt. I'm sure they're trying to stay cool. It's in Haiti. Okay. But
now, Mr. How does Innocent feel about barbecue?
Well, I don't know. He's not referenced in the art. The reason I followed this story is because it first said CNN goes to speak with Haitian gang leader.
Ooh,
and he's on the FBI.
And you're thinking, BBQ.
I'm gonna put my
tuck a napkin in your shirt.
Yep, I'm ready. Got my sauces, and
no,
ripped open my wet naps, and then it was like, oh, it's not barbecue. It's
Vitelom Innocent.
Yeah,
I like the idea too that they would have some kind of beef. I have beef with barbecue. I'm innocent. Oh, did you hear what you just said? No, what? Oh, okay.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
I also like the idea of being like, if you want to meet with our Commandante Innocent, you have to hit this half court shot. Like, what the
what?
really, really hard stuff. This obstacle course will prove that you're like, well, I don't know if I was ready for this thing. Scramble. Like
I made the shot.
The wipeout court.
Now you have to eat this bowl of something that, like,
it's so big.
Wash it down. Like,
It's
What are these little
entrails.
chunks on the bottom here?
You tell me. No, you tell me. You tell me. You tell me. It's rocks. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What was we talked about how in an earlier episode how Mr. Barbecue has got the Che Guevara chic, revolutionary thing. How does Innocence? What's his thing?
Honestly, I stopped watching the moment like the journalist shook hands with him and they started to talk.
This is
Yes.
not
So again,
Barbecue.
I'm from the College of Journalism, but I didn't graduate. I'm not a.
I don't know what happens
get
after they start talking.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
So wait. Oh, man, Haiti sounds like a very colorful place. It sounds like a little Grand Theft Auto-y in like their cast of characters. As if it's
as if they're not real.
As if they're not real people. Well,
Yeah, their lives are a game for us. Wow.
And then another quick have you seen? This is just something I was listening to a news report and they were talking about Chad, country in not South Africa, in Africa. And there's an election. The winner is a guy named Debbie Itno. He's the son of a previous leader who was in charge, who took over when his father died. And the only reason it jumped out at me, it's because they said he was slain on the battlefield. Like that phrasing of like, what? Like a king? Like you had your sword out and you were slain on the battlefield.
So some medieval late Renaissance thing of the
Yeah.
Right.
And that was it.
Highfalutin. What kind of battlefield? It's funny. What would the battle be in Chad? Are they at constant war for all we know?
It was with gang leaders.
Oh.
But the way they phrased it is just like it made it almost seem like more elegant or more like this something noble about it.
Yeah. He challenged the gang leader one-on-one in the octagon. One man leaves alive.
Yeah.
The other one leaves on a stretcher.
That's funny. 2 men enter. Both men leave. One will leave on a stretcher. The other one will also leave. But I don't understand why this has to be so complicated.
Yeah. Is the person on the stretcher injured or unconscious? Not necessarily.
Nope. It's just one person's got to leave that way. Do we get to vote on who gets to leave? You guys can work it out yourself. Okay. I like that too. They challenge him to a battle. It's like, look at who brought a broadsword to a battle axe fight. Like, this is gonna be trouble.
He just runs over and jumps on the stretcher. I'm ready to go.
I'm out. The winner.
Carry me out of here.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up, and now we can ease into the opening pitch.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that was nice.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Now, a friend of mine has their grandparents had a house. They moved into a nursing home. They're in their 90s, so it's, they need to be watched over. And my friend was cleaning out their house, and among the things they found were these cards, and I'm gonna send the pictures of them to you, but I wanted to sort of surprise you.
Okay.
And,
interesting.
This is I should add, this is not a bit. These are real cards.
Okay.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
So unlike other times we normally do bits, this is a real thing. And I feel like, he's saying it's not a bit, so he can then do a bit. No, I have a pitch coming out of this. Okay, there's 3 cards, and it looks like he got them from the war. He was in the military. He served abroad. And it says, like the first one, it's like very worn out. It says, "You can't lose a thing trying." And it's Cafe Pine Needles. And then it says, "Remember, when you go up to Pine Needles, don't sweat about buying those ladies even a drink while you're making yourselves at home." And then underneath it has like some squiggly line. Then it says, "Uwamachi Yosuka." and then a telephone. And I assume that's Yosuka, Japan is
Mm.
from
Okay.
my research. Then on the back of the card, it says on limits, 2 minutes by taxi from the EM Club. And then in parentheses, your taxi bill shall be paid on your arrival. And then it says cool Roman bath and rub down by completely naked beauties. It's like, Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
And so here's the other one. It says Chodomate, and then there's parentheses, wait a moment, please. Then it says, won't you spend part of your liberty at Club Kotobuki? We are sure that our private club stylized service would satisfy you. Stateside bar, music, and bedrooms. And then again, it's from Yosuka. And then on the back, on limits, only 3 minute by free taxi from the EM Club. Your worries are over at the spot simply because everyone knows how to please servicemen with, and then in bolded red letters, the crazy hot bath and rub down by naked chicks.
So these are like business cards.
Yes.
Okay, okay, all right.
Probably that they
Okay.
were handed out to him. And then
Yeah.
the last one here.
So just to kind of set the picture, here's what I'm imagining. He is stationed in Japan after the war. The occupation
so.
force is what I'm
I think
imagining. So he
Yeah.
and his buddies go out on the town, and there's people, hey, go to this club.
Yeah.
GI, go to this club, and handing
Yes.
him these cards. Okay.
Yeah, and
And
there's
he-
Japanese characters at the bottom of the card that translate. I think they
I
appear to
can't
be
believe I'm
all
doing this. This is
Japanese.
I'm bringing shame to
Yeah.
my family.
So the last
Go
one,
home, American.
Yeah.
the last one says on limits, newly opened. Opened is spelled incorrectly. It's OPEND is how they spell it.
Ugh.
Come on,
Your
guys.
inspection may bar, and then in big letters, bar Lisbon. And there's a big A, like sort of in the background. I don't know, it's saying like A quality. I'm not sure. Then it says, if you're don't trade here, don't shit here. We don't want the ascend of your business, crazy music, beautiful chicks, all rebels meet you damn Yankee friends here. Hot stuff, Georgie. And then
Bar Lisbon it is.
on the back,
Seriously.
it says, seeing is believing. Clean state side bed in each room. Bar Lisbon is including hot bath and showers, also massages. Many pretty and kind, full women are waiting for you over there always. Please try to knock her heart. And then finally, the last thing in red, it says, when you bring whiskey or beer, you can sing and dance, drinking, rubbed on by naked chicks.
Always the big selling point.
Very, very huge. So like, yeah, it's clearly some international whorehouse set abroad.
Several.
That's really
Yeah.
funny. Grandpa, I didn't actually go to these places. Psych, I ran them. I'm a pimp.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
little holes cut out in the bottom, like, loyalty club points,
I got a free sub. That's not what that's for.
Which is a free
Sweet.
SU, and then it's cut off.
It's not a subway, it's a suckway card.
I was just, my pitch is for a movie that's about like a guy that sets up, like, I don't know, in the Afghanistan war or the upcoming possible Iran war, sets up a whorehouse in the Middle East. And maybe it starts with a daughter or granddaughter, like discovering, Grandpa, what are these cards? Like, oh, honey,
Yeah.
back when I was growing up,
before flying cars.
before flying cars,
Yeah.
sex work was illegal.
What?
What?
What are sexes? Well, there used to be men and women.
Yeah.
And there used to be, yes, but President Biden took that away from us. What?
What?
Yeah.
But thankfully, President The Rock came into power, and it's like,
Mhm.
One thing I want to point out is really funny is everything seems to be a little a cab ride from the EM Club. That club
Yes.
must suck If everyone is like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 2
That's
minutes for
rough.
the EM club. Maybe EM is something military, something
Yeah.
something.
It's like
I didn't.
on the
Yeah.
base, sponsored by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, everybody, we're going to do some old-fashioned singing and dancing. Who wants bug juice? And
It's like, yeah.
we're having a cakewalk. We're having,
Who's in? You? Actually, I'm gonna head out. I got a pedicab
Got
ride over
stuff
to
to
the to Club Cookie Nookie.
yeah.
And,
Before you get your one warm beer, let's say a prayer.
yeah,
I-
I'm going to see you in the morning.
You
Oh, I
cannot
sure hope so.
possibly understand how different a time is
Mm.
off base. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You say so.
So that was that one. That was the pitch.
Yeah.
I would. I don't know what risky business if that was Tom Cruise trying to start like be a pimp or something.
Yeah.
But it would basically my pitch would be like in the Middle East somewhere, probably trying to start some sort of
Sure.
Yeah, I
brothel.
like it. It feels like it's got a little bit of that Hogan's Heroes kind of thing of like this
Yeah.
one platoon or whoever it is. They just a squad no one keeps an eye on, and they're like
Yeah.
sort of like the animal house of
Mm-hmm.
the army, and it's like whatever. I won't name any numbers. I don't want to offend anyone, but the 478th. It's like it's so deep or what they don't even
Yeah.
exist.
Careful, Bobby. The 478 are religious listeners to this program.
Yeah, I know.
What they would come up with a fictional the 69th Battalion.
Mm-hmm.
Wink,
Blame it
wink.
on them.
Yeah. And then everyone they'd get other branches and people to show up, and there'd be like maybe some big story about respecting women in the military, that sort of lessons get learned by the end of the movie. And
Mhm.
Yeah. You tag that on at the end, Danny. Tag that
Yeah.
on at the end.
oh no at the
We
very
know what we did was wrong.
Post credits.
yeah
You know what? On reflecting on the horrible things we've done, maybe we should
Yeah.
stick it around.
it of their own free will. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, we sure had a good laugh, didn't we? But maybe upon reflection. Yeah.
Or like,
Brother.
wait a minute. What was a movie with George Clooney? The Three Kings, where they were
Yeah.
robbing. It was
Yeah.
like that kind. It was that kind of thing. It was like there's so much chaos going on. It's like, you know what? We're just gonna start a hoochie club.
Yeah. Like Kelly's Heroes. Yeah. We talked about this in an earlier show.
Mm-hmm.
About these soldiers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so though any those kind of war movies are ripe for chaotic, like this and that. We're gonna steal this or do whatever. Unsanctioned, unlike the Dirty Dozen, which was fully sanctioned, of course. They oversaw it, they trained them and everything.
Yeah. Denied, but not sanctioned. Yeah. Well, speaking of television programs, I think we should do a new little segment where there are so many streaming services these days. I can't be a member to all of Paramount and Peacock and Hulu and they used to share each other's stuff, but they don't share each other's stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good service for us to mention maybe something that we have seen on streaming. So maybe our listeners can, if they don't have that service, they can, steal someone's login who does.
Right. Sounds
Okay.
good.
So there's a particularly popular program right now. So this is a little review here, a little, Roger Ebert kind of review here of a popular program that you might be able to see. Currently streaming. So this is a MPZ streaming review. Streaming on Netflix, The Three Bottom Problem is a sci-fi thriller with intergalactic implications. With stories set around the world, scientists detect mysterious emissions from the black hole of space. You think you got it figured out, but the Three Bottom Problem throws the viewer a curveball. You think you fallen behind, but don't worry, because being behind the action gives you the best view. Only on Netflix, The Three Bottom Problem will have you on the edge of your seat until the end.
I don't.
It was a good show. I liked it.
Oh, you like? Okay, that felt more like a summary and less of a review. I just want to make sure. So you did like it?
I did like it. Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
Did you recognize any of the actors on there?
No, they were all kind of unknown to me. They were all kind of unknown to me. And it's just like it's got a funky name, but apparently it comes from a famous unsolved matter in physics concerning the interaction between a man and three bottoms.
Hmm.
How
Three
many
bottoms.
episodes? Is it like a lot of episodes? Is it limited series?
It's eight. It's a limited 8 episodes. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
Was there nudity in this show?
A lot. Actually, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. It was
Mhm.
actually quite a bit kind of oddly sexual
Mhm.
and kind
Yeah.
of graphic. I thought it was very.
Well,
It's
I mean,
on
it's from
Netflix. Could just
yeah.
It's on Netflix.
I think so. I think so. When I googled where it was, I watched it and I was like, what? I couldn't remember where I saw it, so I went back and found it on Netflix. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's I know Benioff and Weiss, the guys that were responsible for the Game of Thrones
Mhm.
TV show on HBO, they were doing this show, and I know they have had nudity, a fair amount of nudity,
Okay.
and they have had gory stuff.
This was a
but,
lot like close up, penetrative intercourse. Quite a bit. I was kind of
on
shocked. Like,
Netflix.
well, again, I didn't know. I came across it like, oh, is this that show that the HBO guys did?
And
The Game
did
of
you
Thrones
watch it
guys
like
did?
with
Three
with
bottom
your
problem?
family?
Is that the?
Who'd you watch it with, or was it
It's
by
just
yourself?
me. It's just me. And kids are in
Oh,
bed.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Eight episodes of this. Like, is it hour long? How long is it?
Yeah, they're about an hour. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less, depending on
Right.
what the
Huh.
story
Like
that episode
finale.
was. Yeah.
What was the story? Was there anything you could?
Well, there was these
discern?
three scientists. Well,
Mhm.
actually, four scientists, and one was kind of like the main scientist, but then the other scientists, it just it's straight. They just had the hugest asses. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that was like just a casting choice or something, but just like, man,
Probably.
that guy.
Mm.
Those other scientists are
Like how? Because I mean, when I think
Kicking.
of scientists, I think of like wearing a lab coat. Like,
yeah.
were they wearing lab coats?
Well, it did not long enough, That was it. So he's trying to like figure out what these strange signals are. Meanwhile, he can't concentrate because he's surrounded by these three ladies, with just tremendous butts, and apparently that's what it's from. They said in the movie it goes through the physics of it, and like
Mhm.
how can he concentrate with all these, chaos will ensue. There is no mathematical solution to the three bottom problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like by the end of it, he has made love to all of them by the end of it, and then in the very last scene, spoiler alert, it's like a 4-way, and he solves the three bottom problem. Yeah, that's kind of
okay. Well,
that's kind of like what its thing is. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a porno, Bill. Sounds like you.
It kind of like I said, I was kind of shocked that
Yeah.
how much sex there was in it.
Did you binge it, or did you watch it like an episode a night, or all at once, or?
I watched the first one, and then
Mhm.
I knew my wife wouldn't like it, so I turned it off. But once she was in bed, it's like I
She's
kind of
not
want to
into
know what happens
sci-fi?
next. I kind of want to know what happens. So I ended up
Yeah.
binging it in one like all night, pulled an all nighter with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's like that with those shows. You kind of find what happens next. You really want to figure out.
Yeah. Are they going to figure out the three bottom problem?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they did. Spoiler alert.
Right.
I mean, you would imagine that. You would imagine. I think there might be a part 2. I don't know if they're going to do a four bottom problem or
I guess it depends. Yeah, if it's successful, sounds like it wasn't. This is based on something. I feel like was it based on a novel or something?
Chinese
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
The acting was poor. I'm going to say that the acting was kind of poor. The
Mhm.
sets and special effects weren't fantastic. I was expecting a lot more from the Game of Thrones people. You know.
Yeah.
It does sound like an adult movie though, more than anything
Yeah.
else. As we're talking through it with the bad acting and the flimsy sets, is it possible this was just an elaborate 8-hour adult movie?
I don't. I don't know. They addressed some real science. At least to my understanding of the problem. I am not a physicist.
Yeah, I think I'll watch it. Sounds like something
Okay.
I'd be curious. So
Send
yeah.
us a link.
All right, I'll send you a link to Netflix. The three bottom problem.
Appreciate it, Bill.
Okay.
First review filed here on Streaming Review.
Nice.
Great. I know what I'm doing this weekend with my family.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like fun. So, I mean, sometimes it's nice to have those episodes you can like all get like 24, or
Yeah.
we just like you're just in, you're really into it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen this week? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great, thanks, Bill.
Yeah. I was luckily they all dropped so I could binge them at the same. They all
Yeah.
dropped at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I
Cool.
guess it's time for a little this and that.
Yeah. So I will say on that note, we'll pause for bumper.
This and that.
I recycled the plastic cups and paper for this was that. I think the digital version is much better. For some reason, I was completely thwarted by the idea of writing down movie names and cutting them out of strips of paper. I'm just not there anymore. Crafting has become something that is insurmountable. And
But you're such a good crafter, as we learned from
I
an
know.
earlier episode.
well, thank you. Oh my God, I appreciate that. Free hands, as they say. Thank you. So yeah, I think we'll go with the
Random movie generator.
right. And we also had a suggestion from a listener.
Hey, why didn't we
Oh.
lead with that? Should have
to-
led with that.
I know to do some if there is a scene from said movies that we come up with.
Okay. To
So we
actually
can try that.
perform. Okay. Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
give it a shot.
Would they like it done live, in situ, or like prepared later?
I don't know. Why don't we try it live since we're here?
Mhm.
And if it doesn't work, we can.
If
go
it's
in the garage
garbage, we can.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It
All
never
right.
happened.
band. It's like, why is there so much stat? It's the white noise everyone's craving so much in their podcast these days. All right, guys, settle in for a little meditative.
All
And we're
right.
back.
I've got the random movie generator here ready to go. Movie
Nice.
number 1, Lord of the Rings.
Nice. Very familiar with that one.
Mhm.
This and
Maybe
that.
too familiar.
That's our this. Here's our that. Our that
Rest in peace,
is-
Bernard Hill.
Mhm.
Our that is the Bourne Ultimatum.
Oh wow.
Mm. All right.
My
So,
my
go
my
for it.
first thought is I mean this almost feels like the Amazon show The Rings. If you've seen the first season, you would understand what I mean, but most of you probably have not, so never mind.
Mhm.
Any of those Bourne movies in a fantasy setting,
Hmm.
you know,
Right.
wake up, you don't know who you are.
Mhm.
Am I an elf? Am I a magician?
Are you an orc? Were you an orc? Were you working for the orcs?
There
Or
we
is
go.
there- Or maybe there's like a peasant they pick on, and all of a sudden he snaps and like cuts somebody. Like, how did you learn that? I don't know. I'm a simple farmer. I don't remember. And then we flash back to some awesome, battle for something where he gets dunked in the head and wakes up
Oh, yeah.
in a
Oh.
river.
Mhm.
And he was,
Yeah.
at one point was like the king's most elite knight or whatever the hell they
Mhm.
were.
Yeah,
They have
yeah, yeah.
knights, whatever it was.
The
Yeah.
evil wizard. We're not going to kill you.
Mhm.
We will take away your memory.
My memory,
Like anything but that.
please.
All right, just kill him. You killed all
Yeah.
these other people. Why not just kill
Yeah.
this guy? No, that would be unsporting to
Yeah.
a powerful warrior like yourself.
Mhm. No, not my memory. How much memory could you have at that? It's like there's no history to remember. There's nothing. It's like
Yeah.
I'm going to toy with him a bit.
You could also do it with a hobbit who wakes up like, what am I? Who am I? And then he's like, I'm so small and grubby. I'm really good at foraging for my food.
Yeah, so hungry all the time, and I want to get high a lot. Whatever.
This movie was all just internal monologues the entire time.
That'd be really funny. First was it's like all the echo. Who am I? Am I? What is this? Is this? My feet,
90
my feet.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, so much
Why am
echo.
I
It's like,
so
I don't-
good at planting food? Where does this power come from?
I must be a farmer.
mhm,
Hmm.
some kind. I think, I like that fantasy military, or what I guess would it be called the military back then? What would they have called the knights or the different
Yeah.
warring
Knights.
warring factions? I don't know.
Yeah,
warriors.
armies and-
Yeah.
Yeah, Didn't seem that
Clans.
not
Yeah.
that organized, to be honest. Some of that stuff didn't seem very organized
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have a king. Like Gondor was just the I can't remember what he was called.
Wow.
Mm.
I know what you mean. In order to
That's
have
right.
international intrigue, you kind of want some organization that's got its tentacles reaching into
Right.
all kinds of other things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the medieval Illuminati?
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like the Medici family or something,
Mhm.
you know, and they've got their agents and everywhere and their
Mhm.
bankers, you know, funding all these projects and things and, you know, buying off orcs to do good things and buying off humans to do bad things. And yeah.
It's like, not only do we pull the strings, we make the strings. Oh,
Oh.
nice. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You
On
kind
our
of got it all.
looms. Yeah.
I'll show you. Open the door.
Yeah.
Keep looming. Sorry, sir.
If you get a million seamstresses and a million looms, one of them will weave
A
something
tale
really cool.
as
I don't-
magical.
something magical.
Hmm.
How's it going in there, ladies? Die! We hate you. It's like,
So
We're getting
crowded
there.
in here.
So progress.
One toilet. Are you kidding me?
I will, and then he wipes their memory every night, so they just start over the next day. What's going on? I'm in this loom. They don't realize they've been
Yeah.
there for
one
40
toilet?
years. Wait, there's
A
one
million-
toilet.
You realize that, like, of a million people, that's just a constant stream of urine.
Mhm.
Someone somewhere is peeing with a million people.
According to scientists, at any given moment, someone is using the bathroom. Is there any time when no one's using the bathroom? All of a sudden, it's like, what?
Oh.
Something's weird happened.
The earth is
the
off its
golden
axis.
second.
Some-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Some disease wipes out 98% of humanity. But don't you understand? This means at any given moment, someone may not be crapping. Okay.
Why do you keep bringing that up? It's like, well, I'm just, just interesting tidbit. I suppose so.
Everyone needs to sign up, have an assigned time, so we keep it going. So that the brown circle
Why?
never breaks.
Yeah. I think it's okay if it breaks. You're a fool then. You're a fool. Okay, all right.
All right.
It seems gross.
I go when I want to go. I don't
Yeah.
care.
As I inscribe this pentagram on the ground with what? With what? That's not chalk. That's
That's not chalk.
Organic.
Mhm.
we kind of acted that one out. We kind of,
Yeah. There were
Yeah.
some bits, yeah, some of that stuff. Yeah.
but I think if if someone is struck and wants to write a scene from that,
Mhm. We could do it. And we could
yeah,
actually that might be a fun thing. Yeah, pitch it this week. And
Yeah.
a week from now we do another
present
like
it
a fully realized
a scene
audio.
Fully 90-page script.
Yeah, that's what guys. I just got really inspired. Like, we're not gonna do this. 90 pages of people trying not to crap at the same time. No. Let me finish.
Trying to crap it.
Yeah, that's the MacGuffin. It's just not. That's not what it really is about. But it is about that. It's mostly about that.
Yeah. So ye old born kingdom. There it is. Okay. We got another one here.
All
We
right.
got Cinderella. This and that. Here we go. Cinderella.
Mm.
Okay.
And where is it? Oh, News of the World.
Mm.
Tom Hanks and
Oh,
okay,
never
Cinderella and
And
Zombieland.
come
Okay.
on, that's awesome.
So I guess Cinderella, her wicked stepsisters want to go off and kill zombies, or are killed by zombies. Her stepsisters are zombies. What do we
They
think?
become, I think they become. I think it's good. They're so awful.
Yeah.
This is finally her chance to get back at them once they get zombified.
And she
it's
can
the
shotgun
best.
their head off. Yeah.
Right. That was
but
it.
they don't eat her brains because they want her to keep working.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And her glass slippers are razor sharp, so she
Love
can
it.
kick and slice and put the heel through some
Yeah,
eye.
yeah.
Or something. Does she have the weird? Is that the one with the fairy or the mice
Yeah,
that are
fairy
making clothes?
Yes.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Fairy godmother.
And the fairy
Making all of
godmother.
her gear.
Yeah, exactly. Bandoliers. And is it set
Yeah.
back in that sort of period, or is it more of a modern like Cinderella? She's
Oh, I
know,
can see it both ways.
yeah.
And the fairy godmother is like a prepper living
Exactly.
in the basement
Yeah.
and emerges. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you this is gonna happen. Yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And the mice are just rats, just like
Yeah.
See, the fairy godmother gives her like, this serum that like she can be bitten, but she won't turn into a zombie. But at midnight, like it stops working.
mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah.
she's
Yeah.
constantly being bitten.
Ow, 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 stab, ow, stab,
Ow,
stab,
ow.
shoot, stab, ow. That's pretty great.
Well, thank you so much, fairy godmother, for you've really, made it possible for me to save the world. One more thing. There's a book I want you to read. The Turner Diaries. No.
No. But really, it's an interesting portrait of what this country could be. I don't want to read that. I don't want to get into it. Thank you very much.
I got zombies over here, right?
Yeah, I got other stuff to worry about.
When you emerged from your shelter, from your world without law shelter, I really figured I gave you a chance, and then you burned every bridge when you.
Mm-hmm. But I have to say though, I tried those cupcakes from the Anarchist Cookbook. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's like a completely misnomer. The thing is not about doing anything wrong. It's just I don't believe in rules and law, and the recipes are all like it's anarchist. It's like 40 cups of flour, 1 cup of milk. Like, this is insane. You can't possibly. There's no laws. There's no rules. We have some rules. You can't eat this crap.
Come on.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Edgar Allan Poe story, The Mask of the Red Death, where it's this like medieval kind of time, kind of early Renaissance, whatever. And there's some disease that he doesn't say COVID, but some disease is killing people.
But he's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it. And this like nasty, bleeding, hemorrhagic fever. So all these rich people like take all the food and put it in the castle, then they lock themselves inside. Like, we're just going to live in here for the next 5 years until the world figures it out. But of course, somehow the Red Death makes it inside and kills them all. But it's like that. It's kind of that whole Cinderella kind of thing, like to go to the ball. Maybe zombies have taken over, so all the rich people, hole themselves up in some, some castle somewhere, while poor Cinderella and her family have to survive on the outside until the fairy godmother comes, hooks her up, and then she gets to go inside for the big,
And the irony, she is the one who brings the zombie virus into them. She stays there until midnight. The clock strikes 12, and she turns. Like how she sacrifices herself after all the bites all come, and they just have a cool like the Met Gala kind of version of a zombie attack at the Met Gala, which that
would be good. Yeah, that would be pretty good.
It's like
the animal I'm wearing, it's coming to life.
Yeah, it's very much the Nero fiddling as Rome Burns feeling. It's like, hey guys, check out my dress. You understand what's happening in the world right now, but it's made out of sequins. All right, fine, fine. But that's funny. Mask of Red Death is a very a good kind of comp for today. Yeah. Keep the poor people and the less fortunate out. And the George Romero did, was it Land of the Dead? Or they had a city walled up.
Leguizamo was in it.
Yeah.
Leguizamo. He becomes a zombie.
The funniest zombie you've ever seen.
Yeah, wisecracking. Yo, man. Oh no.
He does characters. He puts on all these. He's a zombie who does like character work.
Other zombies. Who's this? Who am I doing?
I know. I get it.
That's pretty good. Okay, now check out this guy.
You should do a one-man show.
Yeah.
Coming to Broadway, John Leguizamo.
Brilliant question mark.
Yeah. Zombie pest. Yeah.
A little close to sex pest.
Huh?
Molesting other zombies.
What, his movie Pest?
Yeah, he was the pest.
Yes.
Right?
Okay. No, yes, okay. But still.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if nothing else, this Cinderella zombie thing might deserve a scene and or trailer.
Okay. Trailer's a fun idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be doing that.
Yeah.
How good are you guys at doing lady voices? Do yeah, we'll figure it out.
Hi,
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
how does this sound on my mic?
Too close. Too
On my
close.
Am I
Weird,
swallowing?
weird, too intimate.
Do you like intimate podcasts? Not really. Well, guess what? I said not really.
The new all intimate MPZ podcast.
Yeah.
MPZ After Dark is out. Well, look who tuned in. Please turn this off.
Comedy's out, intimacy is in.
The zombies are frozen by ASMR. They just freeze in their tracks if they hear ASMR.
It's very soothing.
Mhm.
I'll now get into my pumpkin coach and
Everything's first person. And here I go. Cinderella's pocket. Getting into my pumpkin coach. Here we go. Oh, it's
Checking
nice.
my mirrors for any zombies. No, I'm good.
That'd be cool if her car was orange. So it'd be like everything is updated. So it's like
Oh,
time to
totally.
get the
Oh, yeah.
pumpkin.
Yeah, yeah. And the license plate is like PMPKN. Yeah. That's her pumpkin, her car. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Great.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well,
Huh?
I think that's,
Well-
and thus brings us to the close of
The
another.
close.
Any
Next
apologies? Or no, we have it next week.
Not yet.
Next week, you might see Rap Mythbusters, and you might also see that's a pitch. Another pitch might also be Sports Spies. We'll see.
Okay.
I like throwing ahead. I like a little cliffhanger action.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Everyone have a
Right.
great week.
Okay. For throwing ahead, I know there's a new streaming show I may maybe check out.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
It's,
Great.
Show and Gun.
hmm
I don't know if you guys have seen that or heard about that.
Shogun on FX.
Maybe that's what it's called. Sometimes the title's running. I thought it was Show and Gun.
Mm.
Shogun Gun.
Some Japanese guys with their pants down. I don't know.
Mm.
That makes sense. They're showing
James
Gun.
Yeah,
I get it.
novel.
Okay, well, if it's on Fox, it's got to be okay. Well, I look forward to the review.
Same here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Merry Christmas.